Just feels like a party.
Feels like a party to be a ceiling fan.
You're just woo!
Now, is it still considered an inanimate object if it is in fact animated by electricity?
Well, it's not. Well, no.
Welcome to the enny1 podcast, episode 4, the monthly show where anyone can talk about anything. And today we have 2 guests on the show. We have Carl Schleich, which at this point he's hardly really a guest. I mean, he's been here as frequently as everyone but you and me, frankly.
Yeah.
And then, of course, as well, we have Stacy Clawson, my sister, who technically is an original member of the band.
Yeah, I'm the Y.
Exactly, that's right. Mm-hmm. And I was going to talk about that.
Oh,
So she's on the original stickers. You guys remember these? Take a look at these, huh?
Yep.
On the original sticker of when we first formed this band.
That was a good photo.
It is a good photo. Look how young we were.
I know.
I had hair. Stacy looked even more like a 15-year-old. Actually, you might have, you were probably in your teens at this point.
When was this? What year was this?
21? 2021. Yeah, you would have been like 19.
I would have been 19.
So there you go. That explains it. It's not that shameful. Anyhow, so there you go.
enny1.
enny1. Good one. Anyway, so welcome to the show, Stacy. And the reason why you're here we will bring up in a second. I was gonna mention more clearly like the origins of enny1, right? Mm-hmm. So the because you're here, this gives us the opportunity to kind of clear up, because people are always asking what the name means. And frankly, the answer is that it was just the name we settled on, and because the original 4 members of the band, we took the last letter of each of our first names.
Yes.
And so there you have it. So Kyle is the E, Cameron and I are one of the 2 ends each. We haven't determined whose is who, and I don't think it's a big deal. I'm not partial to one. And then Stacy is the Y.
Yep.
But then she...
Notice how the Y is biggest.
It is.
It doesn't have a line under it.
It is biggest. Although, I would argue that the 1 is even bigger.
Yeah.
So it's not about each individual person. We are a band that comes together to form one, right?
That you're no longer a part of.
That you're no longer a part of. You
That's
just
true.
you swoop in, you force us to name this band, and then you abandon us, and now we have no good explanation.
Hey, at least I came up with enny1 and it's not 9 anymore.
I liked
True.
that one.
You liked 9?
You liked 9?
Yeah.
We probably would have stuck with 9 if
I think that might have been my idea.
found a band in Europe somewhere that was already named 9. So.
I just feel like it sounds too German.
9!
9! You know?
And negative, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like enny1.
enny1's good. You know, I like it. I've come to terms with it. I've come to terms with the fact that no band name is ever good. Like, there are no good band. I mean, there's the occasional exception, all of which are escaping my mind right now. But I can think of the stupid band names that have become such a household name that nobody questions it anymore. Mm-hmm. The Beatles, B-E-A-T, but like seriously, like the Beatles. So, like, it doesn't make any sense. I haven't done any research. Maybe
I think it's quite clever because it's, like you said, beat. It's a beat. Like, it's a beat of a music. Why it's a bug, I don't know. But, like, why they're chaining it to the bug.
Yeah. No, it's
clever.
But even, like, when you become aware of Beatles, like, which I didn't realize for years, but even when you become aware of it, you realize that's kind of on the nose. You know? Like, it's not very creative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the music videos that just, like, play out the story that is being told in the song. You know what I mean? Like, obviously you can go a little too far on the artistic side where it's like, what's going on, you know? You can Tim Burton the thing where it's like, are you on drugs? You know, but like you find that sweet spot of like it not being super, like for example, even though Green Day is a stupid name, it's one of the other stupid names. The heart hand grenade has nothing to do with the name, but it's a great logo. Like it's just great. It's memorable. I don't know how it ties in, but I don't care. It's memorable. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's a good example to me. Mm-hmm. You know? Anyway, we'll go straight to band news for the month. So we got actually quite a few announcements. So first of all, Cameron, and the reason why Cameron is not here is this is why. Cameron and his wife had a baby, a little baby girl named Mia. So big congratulations to him, and also forgiveness for not being able to make the show. We'll extend forgiveness to him. As far as Travis goes, I honestly nobody knows why he's not here, but he just is not available. The man is a busy man. In other news, we released 2 new songs, Gone Downhill and Run Away, on October 10th. Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music. So go and take a listen to that. Pretty awesome. Okay, and then in additional news, I am releasing a new book. It's called To Live the Truth. It is a nonfiction book about finding purpose through small and steady changes and faith. So that will be released on October 27th. When we host our book release concert, which is our final announcement. We're hosting a book release concert on October 27th in West Jordan, Utah at the Riverton Music at Jordan Landing. We'll have links in the description for more information about the book release and the concert that we will be hosting, but we would love to see you there. That's why Stacy's here. Stacy is here because she will be playing in that book release concert. And we will be playing, it's an acoustic show featuring Stacy on the violin as well as other acoustic instruments. And we'll be playing some of the typical originals that we normally play, as well as some old ones that we have never played together or at least haven't played in a long time, as well as some brand new songs that you've never heard before. So it will be a super fun, cool night of acoustic music and thoughtful words from my book. So we hope to see you there. Okay, any other thoughts, or I've been doing a lot of talking so far.
No.
All right, let's move along to... Oh, come on. There we go. To What Is Ryan in the Heck Talking About, which is a game where the band tries to interpret my lyrics. So I will read some lines from one of our songs, and you guys will attempt to explain what those lyrics are about. You ready for this?
Yep.
Stacy, this is your first time doing this? This, I think, will be well, I've said this before, and I was proven wrong. But I think this is going to be an easy one. 1, because the song is very short, and 2, because there's nothing super controversial or complicated, I think. We'll see. It is called, one of our newest songs, Gone Downhill. All right? So, here we go. Let's start with verse 1. You ready? I was born with my feet firm on the ground. Up was up, and down was always down. Then she fell into my life, and now I can feel the reliability of the law of gravity has gone downhill. Thoughts?
I think you're saying that, like, you're born a very logical person. Like, you just are naturally logical. And then, I'm assuming the she is, like, your wife?
Better hope so.
Like, well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was a daughter. No, just kidding. I don't know.
That's true, actually.
Well, I mean, could be. Anyways.
Maybe.
Well, no, I don't know. But my initial thought was it was your wife, and she came into your life, and you were like, love is not always, like, logical, or, like, like, you just, like, follow your heart.
Dang.
That's my guess.
Where have you been on this show? That was really good.
There's just a bunch of dumb guys here before.
Seriously. No, but that was by far the most on point analysis I've heard on this show.
Really?
Well, that was good. And it's actually funny that you bring up my daughter, because I was actually just thinking the other day about how like that would apply. Like it's like maybe even more than falling in love is like having a daughter. Girls are tricky. Anyway, any other thoughts on this one?
I was gonna say the same thing she said. So
Yeah. All right, let's go to the verse dos.
I'll go first next time.
Okay, yeah.
That's very easy. What goes up must surely fall in time, and I must lose everything that I call mine. Nevertheless, here she rests in my arms still, and the predictability of the law of gravity has gone downhill.
Yeah, I think this goes with the first verse. I think they're very similar, where it's just everything is kind of flipped on its head, I guess. Kind of the reality that you were used to, everything's different, you know, when that person comes into your life. And I like the dual meaning there of your wife or your daughter. I think that's especially resting in your arms. I like that.
Yeah.
About Allie.
Yeah, no, that's good for sure. Stacy, you seem to have a enlightened feeling on your look on your face right now.
What I got from it is the like I must lose everything that I call mine. That like life happens. Either your wife will die, maybe your kids die before you, hopefully not, or that you die. But right now, you have your wife, you have your family, and so you're just living in the moment with that.
That's good.
That's what I took.
Yeah. Verse 3. I know bodies in space cast unseen ties, linking them through the dark and starry skies. But from that hour it seems their power has gone downhill, as the real intensity of her field of gravity is all I feel.
I think in maybe a little bit of a more obvious way, it's kind of like your world kind of starts to revolve around that person in a way. I feel like
Sorry, I didn't mean to put pressure on you.
She can't come back to these. She's got too good of an insight on these.
They were good.
Now I'm overthinking everything I say now.
I don't mean to put pressure on you. It's fine. And you have had great insights in the past, dude. I just, right out of the gate, she did a good job.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the literal gravity is what I am kind of honing in on with this one, is it just kind of the center of the world changes, I guess. The center of the galaxy in a way.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. No, I'd agree. Like, it is talking more about, like, the actual gravity, because, like, the bodies in space, I'm assuming, are, like, the celestial bodies of space, so, like, the planets and stuff. So they have gravity, and so it's just talking about gravity, how it's unseen, but it's still a power that's there.
And I like that concept of, obviously gravity at its simplest, the simplest definition of gravity is just, it's a law of attraction, right? That's why I'm talking about ties that link them through the dark and starry skies. Even though we're, very far away from the sun, that gravitational pull is what's keeping us in orbit. It is a law of attraction. We're technically falling towards the sun, but we're just moving at such a pace that it keeps us from falling any closer to the sun. It's kind of a weird sideways fall, perpetual fall, right? Anyway, so that obviously links, aligns really well with just attraction in general between human beings, right? But not necessarily in a exclusively physical, physical attraction. It's like a literal principle of human beings being drawn towards each other, right? Their souls. That's kind of the idea. But yeah, it's good. Any other thoughts before we move on?
It's just funny to me that we've been playing these songs for so long, and I'm listening to you sing it, and I'm listening to the words, and a lot of times I'm singing with you, and I don't process what the lyrics are supposed to mean. Even like the songs where I know all the lyrics and I could read them to you. I haven't like had a chance to like, because we're playing. I'm doing stuff on the drums.
Sure.
So it's hard to, in the moment, stop on the lyrics. Like they kind of just keep going as you're playing, but to like stop in and focus on them, it allows us to have a better processing time, which is, I don't know, it's changed the songs for me.
Has it really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What makes the difference? Is it the reading it, like seeing the words, or is it the hearing me just read it out? What's the big...
I think seeing it. I think having the whole verse that I can read back over again, like read through it once. Okay, I know what those words were. Now we go back through it and oh, those two lines go together. They're separate, but they go together. It's both. It's seeing it, but then also like having a conversation about it. Because that second verse, or the first verse, I feel like I didn't have anything to say, and then she ended up making a movie out of it. So.
No, yeah, and it's been cool for me too because I mean, I don't know. You can take this for what it's worth because like people kind of make jokes about this. Like I came across this video of Ian McKellen analyzing a soliloquy from Macbeth, and like he spent like 15 minutes just going over like 6 lines from Macbeth, and it was awesome. I was like, dude, this is like brilliant. Like, and he was just like pointing out all these things that Shakespeare did that can like that send these signals, you know. But then in the comments of the video, someone was like, if Shakespeare was watching this, he'd be going, whoa, I never thought of that. You know? So, but like hearing you guys talk about it, I have that kind of moment like, whoa, that's so cool. Like that. So like, and it's true. Like and that's what I love about art is just kind of like, especially like, I don't know, and not to pat myself on the back, but I just feel like a mark of good art is where it is open for interpretation. Right? You guys have all like presented takes on my lyrics that have kind of like opened my mind to additional possible interpretations, and I think it's awesome. It's super cool for me too. So yeah, it adds to the songs.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Thanks.
You've got a knack for it.
Sure hope so. Okay, finally, let's go to questions from a hat. All right. And I think, being that we have a guest who is capable of withdrawing a question from the hat, not like Carl here, I think rather than doing the spinner, we will just have Stacy pull a question from the hat, and then you have to answer it.
I have to answer the question. I don't pull it out for you guys to answer.
I mean, we usually just we do eventually answer it.
If you were an inanimate object, what would you be and why?
Why am I thinking about it like I'm going to be the one?
Wow.
Well, I mean, the first thing that came to my mind was a doormat, but that was...
Okay, let's explore that one.
You know, because I let people walk all over.
Therapy thing.
Oh, so you're saying that's not what you would prefer to be?
Yeah, that's just like what I am.
That's just certainly what you are.
Yeah, like this is like what would you be, not what would you want to be.
Ah, okay.
This is what would you
Way
be.
to read it literally.
Yeah, but if I would want to be an inanimate object, probably like a ceiling fan.
Okay. Why?
Just feels like a party.
Feels like a party to be a ceiling fan.
You just woo!
Now, is it still considered an inanimate object if it is in fact animated by electricity?
Well, it's not. Well, no. I mean,
I don't know.
You can move a table. Does that make it animate? Does movement?
No, well, an inanimate object can be animated.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you got a good point. Yeah, a fan can be turned on.
I think it should be
I'll allow
fine.
it. I'll allow it.
I think it should be fine. I think you can party sometimes. You help other people, right? Like, I love my ceiling fan. It's my best friend. You know? Like, it cools down my room because Mom likes to put the heat on.
Does she really? Oh, yeah.
anyways, so like you can help people and you can rest. Sometimes you're resting, and you have light in you too. If you're a ceiling fan with a light, which my room has one.
That's right.
That's my answer.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Have you thought about it, Kyle?
Yeah, I don't have anything yet.
It's actually a kind of a tricky question, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's really just no good answer. But a ceiling fan, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Thank you. I tried.
It's kind of like, what would you like to be? Like, having a baby at home recently, I've just had the thought of like, like just the bliss of being a baby. Like, she doesn't have a care in the world, She just sleeps all day, eats in between, and then she just has someone there to clean her and change her diapers. And I mean, it's just so, she's not stressing about paying the bills or, So, like, I feel like just because I've been thinking about that as I look into her little sweet, innocent face of like, that my decision would be swayed by that feeling. Like, what's an inanimate object that just doesn't have a care in the world? You know what I mean? And so for me, a ceiling fan would not be it, because then like you're getting turned on all the time and you don't have a choice in the matter whether you're spinning or not. Like, someone says spin, you're spinning. And it's like, well, I'm ready to be done now. All night long, you're spinning around watching the person underneath you having a good night's sleep. That doesn't sound good. So I think I would like to just be a rock out in the woods somewhere, I think that's what I would go for.
That makes sense.
Just minding your own business out in the woods.
Until
nobody's paying attention to you.
The old prospector comes in and starts chopping away.
Yeah.
I mean, do they still have those?
I don't know.
I don't know if they're called that.
They might still have the title, but it's probably more of just like a foreman. Is that like the construction people? Is that a foreman?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. It's probably more
but he
like
doesn't
that.
do the same thing as a prospecting.
Well, no, but it's probably like that, more of those vibes. You know what I'm saying? Not like an old prospector.
Like a dude walking out there with a pickaxe.
Yeah.
No, it's probably, they probably have a different term, like geological engineer or something.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways.
That's just a guess. I don't know. Okay, thank you for joining us today on the enny1 podcast. We hope to see you at the book release concert on Monday, October 27th. And again, we thank Stacy for joining us. She'll be there for that show. Anyway, so we finish with the enny1 salute. See you next time. I forgot to clue you in on that. Did you know about it?
Nope.
You haven't watched our
That
episode?
shows that I haven't watched the podcast.
Why haven't you watched the podcast?